Oh,
sorry.
Marion went to see him yesterday, and I think it was a bit of a shock.
Yeah, it was. In a way, I'm sorry that to see him like that was just absolutely heartbreaking.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Marion.
Marion, what you did was a mitzvah. Marion, thank you.
Yes.
We can say.
I will go again, and I'll take something to read to him, because I don't know if he can hear. I mean, they say that he's got lockdown syndrome, where his brain is locked, that he can hear, but he can't move anything. Yeah. So I think I'll go and perhaps read to him or something like that.
Too awful.
But it's just absolutely heartbreaking. He just doesn't even look like our Peter.
Really? And also hard for Harold to see him like that, huh?
Can you just imagine?
No, it's crazy. It's really awful. Awful. Too awful.
And do we know how Harold is doing, Marion? Has anyone been in touch? Do you know?
Well, I speak to him every other day, but he just says, I say, how are you? And he always says, so. He sounds so terribly sad as well.
Mm.
Sit there with Peter and not getting any reaction or
heartbreaking.
It's just terrible.
Mm.
Yeah.
So sad. Well, sending as much love and healing light as we can.
Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. And Peter, when is the big day of the move?
I don't know yet, but my buyer wants to move in on the 15th, but transfer hasn't gone through yet.
Okay.
So, and I've taken the new place from the 15th. So what I'm kind of going to start doing is taking some
great idea.
Bits and pieces and things. And then, because there's so much that I'm not taking, and I'm just going to have a big sale here, and then I have to clean the house. So I need to have that all finished by the end of the night.
Right.
Eek!
Not easy. And you know what, if it can't be by the 15th, it'll be by the 17th or the 18th.
Sometimes. You know what? It is what it is. It's kind of anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody
know?
I'm
just thinking, I know that
reasonable storage, because it's so expensive.
Is it really? Huh?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Nobody know. Well, that's a business if you want to go in and make a hell of a lot of money.
Really?
You set up costs, and then you just sit there and the money just comes in.
Really?
Yeah.
No hassles with tenants, all that stuff.
Yeah.
They don't pay you, turf their stuff on the pavement, finished.
Or sell it or whatever, yeah.
There's a good idea.
Okay.
So listen, it is past. Reva hasn't joined us, and I think Harriet is away, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, Reva's just replied to joining us, but I don't know when.
Okay. So and Casey is saying another 10 minutes. Harriet's away. So I think what we should do, we're a small group, it's not very official. I think we should just start. And then whoever joins us along the way, we'll catch them up. Is that all right?
Yes, 100%.
All right, great. So please allow me to share, please, Jacob. Thank you. So where we were last week is on lesson 7. What's important about lesson 7 is it's everything up until the final letters, that is to say the letters that occur at the end of a word, and the shva. So that means it's, I don't know, something like 95% of the whole thing. So I want us all to be comfortable with pages 55 and 56 before we go then and just do the final letters and the shva. But I think Reva's just joined us. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Fantastic. So Reva, welcome. A few people are late today, so no worries. But if you do a quick welcome, then we'll turn to page 55 of the book. Over to you, Reva. Yeah, I think maybe Reva's connection is not quite through.
Going to do page 55.
So Reva, I hope you won't mind this. I'm just going to carry on with page 55. We're a small group today, and let's just do what we can. So we are on lesson 7 on page 55. This is what I was hoping people would do for homework, but it's really not serious if people haven't. The main thing is that we try to get comfortable with page 55 and 56, and I think that's what we should do tonight.
Okay, thanks, Lael. I'm not going to even interrupt. I couldn't unmute, and I can't put my video on, but I've now unmuted at least.
Oh, well done.
If you please continue. It's only a small group, as you said.
That's right. Thank you, Reva. That's absolutely correct. Okay, wonderful and welcome. So we're on page 55. We're on lesson 7. We're trying to consolidate everything that comes before the final letters and before the shva. So we are going to be looking at these letters 1 to 10. Mom, please mute. That's okay. So, but that's exactly what we want. We want people to be reading these lines. So I'm going to just ask people to volunteer. If people are not keen to volunteer, then I'll read or whatever, but I'm just trying to get everybody comfortable with page 55. So any volunteer for line 1?
No.
Should I get us going? Let me get us going so everyone can get into the group. So line 1 is really focusing on the letter Aleph, and then throwing in a whole lot of other stuff. So line 1 is as follows: Adir, Az, Ira, Efes, Arav, Omer. So let's look at the fourth word, Efes. Quite a nice little word. It's got the 2 E's. It's got the F, which is not a P because it's got no dot in the middle. And it's got the Samech. Efes. Efes. And the word Efes means 0. Efes. So Adir, Az, Ira, Efes, Arav, or Mer. Any questions about line 1? Mom, why don't you do line 1 for us? And I mean, I have done it, but just to sort of see how you are with it.
Okay. Adir.
Good.
Ira.
Sorry, just before Ira, what did I miss you? Adir and then
Az.
Good.
Ira.
Good. Good.
Arav and Omer.
Excellent. Fantastic.
Lael, I'll try a line, but I'm at the office. All my books and all my Hebrew are at home.
Right.
But if you're prepared to forgive me if I make a mistake and help, I'll try.
Thank you, Reva. That's very kind of you. Please do line 2.
Oi. But wait a second. Basar.
Good.
Okay. Bacher.
Good, but now what's the vowel? What's
Bacher.
that?
Bacher. It's got 2 dots under the middle one.
That's good.
Oh,
but
I
what's
didn't see that dot. It's very small. I'm sorry, I didn't see it.
No, that's
So
fine. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. That's
Bocher.
it.
Thanks.
Well done.
Okay.
Bocher.
Bocher. I didn't see it. Okay. And Boré.
Excellent.
And Bayit.
Good. Buy it, as in house.
I'm getting happier. Okay. And Baal.
Good.
And it's also got a dot. Boker.
Boker. Well done, Reva. You're reading very nicely. Boker as in Boker Tov, morning. Boker. Very well done, Reva. Line 3. Let me do the line 3, and then anyone can either repeat it after me or volunteer for line 4. So line 3 is as follows. Davar. Devek. Dover. Dat. Dakar. Darash. So a lot of dalids there. Anybody want to try line 3?
Okay.
Thank you, Peter.
Davar.
Good.
Devek.
Good.
Dover.
Good.
Dat.
Good.
Dakar.
Good.
Darash.
Darash, very well done, Peter. Excellent. All right. Absolutely fantastic. All right, good. So let me do line 4. And then, Lawrence, Marion, I don't know if Jacob feels like reading, but anybody who feels like reading can then either read line 4 or can then read for us line 5. So line 4, Hevel. Can you see the 2 A's there? Hevel. Hey dad. Ha ma. He rev. Ha sa de. Remember last week I was saying if there is a word that is a little bit too long or you suddenly sort of can't quite make it out, the best thing to do is just to cover everything with your finger except for the first letter. And then just say the first letter with its vowel and then move your finger so that you just do it consecutively. Sometimes that gets you a little bit in trouble with syllables, but it's a good way to deal with anything that looks too difficult. So he vel, hey dad, ha ma, he rev, ha sa de.
Sorry, Lau, what's that last word?
Ha sa de. So you see the first.
So it's sa. Okay, sa, and that dot in the middle is to be ignored.
That's right. Well done.
So ha sa de.
Hasadeh. That's right, and that means the field. A sadeh is a field. Hasadeh, the field. The word for the in Hebrew is simply the letter ha. Hasadeh. Let's do line 5, and then I'll ask somebody to volunteer to read either line 4 or 5.
Would you read line 5?
Yes, please, Lawrence. Please go ahead.
Valad, Vaed, Vazar, Ra'at.
What's your second letter?
Vayat.
I didn't hear.
Vashad. Vashud.
Hang on. Just stay with this 4th one, just because I didn't hear you, Lawrence. Well, what's the 4th word?
Vayat.
Excellent. Vayat. And then?
Vashud. Vashud.
Vashud. Very good. I mean, that's, as you can see, a very difficult word because you've got to say va. Then you've got to realize that dot is for the sh, whereas the next dot is for the o. So the next dot is not the s. It's not telling you that it's a s. You already know that it's a sh. But now that's the vowel, the O vowel. Va, should.
Should. And Vasse.
Vasse, excellent, Lawrence. You really are reading very, very well. I think Casey just joined us. Hello, Casey, welcome. We are on page 55, lesson 7, and we're just trying to make sure that we can do everything up until the challenge of the final letters and the shva. Nice to see you.
I don't think I can do anything, actually. I think it's all forgotten.
It's all gone. No, it isn't, though. You'll see. It'll just all come back. But you were joining us last week, and then we had a long break before that. So just, slowly. So let's just go through line 5 again, which Lawrence read for us very beautifully. So line 5, Valad, Vaed, Vazar, Vayat, Vashod, and Vase. So let's just pause on Vashod. So how do you know that dot is a vowel and it's not the dot that signifies a sh, a s rather than a sh? How do you know that dot is a vowel?
Because there's another dot at the beginning of the sh.
That's right. So first of all, you already see, as your eye follows from right to left, you've already got that it's a sh, right? So that decision, in a sense, is already made. And then there's another factor, which is that or is not right on top of the letter. It's a little bit it's between the two. So if it was going to be the dot that told you that it was a s, it would be on top there of that of that sort of outer branch of the,
like the one in the next word.
Exactly. That's exactly right, Peter. Vasse. And also because if this wasn't a vowel, then there wouldn't be a vowel, right? It's got to be a vowel. Vashod and Vasse. Excellent. Great stuff. So, and Casey, feel free to interject, ask anything like that. So let me do line 6 for us, because it's along the lines now also of the s and the sh and the oz. So at least we kind of starting to get our heads around that. So line 6. Sade, Sadi, Se, Sachak, Sora, Samach. I'll do it again quicker. Sade, Sadi, Se, Sachak, Sora, Samach. Who would like to try line 6? Maybe someone who hasn't read yet. Fabulous.
Sade, Sadi, Se, Sachak, Sora, Sama.
Excellent. Well done, Dad. That is terrific. Absolutely terrific. Good. Let's continue in that vein, line 7. So I'll read it. In fact, Marion, won't you read line 7 for us?
Okay. We've got Zot.
Yeah.
There. Zecher.
Good.
Zochar.
Zo. Zo.
Zochar.
Not char, but. What's your vowel?
Zocher.
Zocher. Well done. Zocher.
Zera.
Good.
And Zarak.
Excellent. Thank you, Marion. And any of those words familiar to you?
Zot HaBaracha.
That's right, Zot. The Zot HaTorah, Asher Moshe, Zot HaBracha. Zot means this. And then what about the third word, Marion?
Zacher.
Zecher.
Zecher.
Remember.
That's right. Zecher.
Yetziat Mitzrayim.
Yetziat Mitzrayim, from the Kiddush. Zecher, a memory of. Zecher Yetziat Mitzrayim, a memory of the flight from Egypt, the exodus from Egypt. Thank you very much, Marion. Zot, Ze, Zecher, Zocher, Zera, and Zarak. All right, let me read line 8, and then I'll ask anyone who wants to volunteer either for line 7 or line 8. So line 8. Uvo, Uvor, Umaher, Umul, Ufanav. And again, Uvo, Uvor, Umaher, Umul, Ufanav. So we're getting involved with the oohs and the ahs. Any volunteer for line 7 or line 8? Thank you, Reba.
Which one you want me to read?
Which one is easier to you?
Don't know. I think I'll try 8.
Thank you.
Uvu, Uvo, Uvo, Uvor. Sorry.
Yes, correct. Uvor.
Umaher, Umul,
good,
and Uvaner. Ufanav. Yes.
Well done, Reva. You really are reading very nicely. Ufanav. Excellent.
Thank you.
So we're getting there, everybody. We're nearly at the bottom of page 55. Let me read 9 and 10, and then we'll again see if anybody wants to try 9 or 10. Sagur, Sod, Sa'ar, Sefer, Saviv, Seder. Sagur, Sod, Sa'ar, Sefer, Saviv, and Seder. And now the last line is the hardest, well, it's just got the longest word so far. Not actually hard.
Can I ask a question about a letter I missed?
Yes.
So we've got the S that looks like the O with the tail, which is the Samech, right?
That's right.
And then we've got the other one, which is the Sin. Do they sound the same?
Exactly the same. So just like you've got Va and Va. What else have we got? Va and Va. Ka and Ka.
Tet and Ta.
Ta and Ta. We've also got Sa and Sa.
And it's just a convention in terms of the spelling. There isn't like a rule when you use one or the other.
Random.
Got it. Okay.
And it's really got to do, I mean, it's random. It's got to do with just the root that you're dealing with. So if we take the last word on line 9, Seder. Seder. So that's actually the root. So Lawrence, tell us.
Seder, like a Seder.
Yes.
Seder, yeah.
Seder. So you know 2 words, everybody, from this root. One is Seder, the Pesach Seder. And the other one is what?
Sidur.
Sefer Torah.
That's Sefer.
Sefer Torah.
Sefer, but now that's with a F. So this is Seder, right?
As Lawrence said, Sidur. No.
Exactly right, Lawrence. Sidur. So Seder. So what's similar about the Seder, the Pesach Seder, and the Sidur? Anybody know? Why would they come from the same word?
Order.
Story. Order.
Exactly right.
Order.
So the word is order. The Seder, the Pesach Seder follows an order. You know, it's all set out. And the Siddur, what is the Siddur? It's the order of prayers.
Yeah.
So there's your root. And in Hebrew works with a thing called a shoresh, a root. And the root is generally 3 letters. And you then take your 3 letters and you change them according to what you're doing. So if you want to make the word, if it's a verb, future tense, you do one thing to it. If you want to make it past tense, you do another thing to it. If you want to make it the passive voice, there's a certain prefix. If you want to make it a command, there's a certain suffix. So you take your shoresh, your 3 roots, and you add generally a suffix or a prefix, just like in Zulu.
Mhm.
And then, and so what helps when you're trying to do a translation of Hebrew is if you don't know the word, you just try and see if you can't see the root. And if you can see the root, you can often work out what is being said.
So the root would be quite important, like for poetry, because it would give you a meaning that would give you the nuance.
That's right, exactly right. And there might be, for example, an ambiguity that a poet might be playing on, an ambiguity. But so for all, and also for grammar, I mean, really, when you start learning a bit of Hebrew grammar, it's wonderful because you just take the root and then you add things to it. And then you know, generally speaking, you add the same thing. So let's take the verb to remember. So the present tense of the word to remember, zocher. Ani zocher, I remember. If it's female, ani zocheret. So it's gendered. But then let's say you want to put it in the past tense. I remembered, ani zacharti. So, and then you take any verb, you do exactly the same thing with it. To put it into the past tense singular. If you want to put it into the past tense plural, instead of saying zacharti, you'll say zacharnu. So it's a bit like learning to, what's the word in French?
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't that like French? Or even Latin, and Latin too, you change.
You're right, exactly right. You take your word and you add or you subtract, and there's a certain pattern that you learn, and you do your.
But English doesn't do that.
English doesn't do that.
No.
I think English is hard to learn because it doesn't really follow patterns in the same way.
In Yom Kippur, we have the Yizkor service, and that comes from the root Zachar.
That's right, exactly right, Lawrence. And the word Yizkor means he or she will remember. That's a future tense word.
But how can Yizkor come from Zakah?
Yizkor. Think about it. Zakara.
Yeah.
Zakara, Zocher, Yizkor. The yud at the beginning is just telling you that it's future tense.
I think Reva's hearing the ch and the k.
Oh, right. Yes.
Whatever that means, it sounds very rude, but I'll accept it.
Okay.
The samech is the logo for Sefaria.
Oh, right. Lovely. Sefaria. There you go. Beautiful. Sanan, Lanan, Sagur, Sod, Sa'ar, Sefer, Saviv, and Seder. By the way, the word Sefaria comes from the word Sefer, which is a book. Lan 10, Nusu. So there you've got your U's, right? Nusu. Nachat. Ner. Netzach. Nasi. And Nisa. Nusu, Nachat, Ner, Netzach, Nasi, and Nisa. Cassia?
Yeah, sorry, I'm catching up like for ages here, but the U, that's a vowel that gets its own letter. Why does it get a letter as being a vowel?
Okay, so I don't know, do you know this vowel, the O?
Which one? I can't see.
Sorry, in line 8, the first word, uvo.
No, I also didn't. I mean, I've just seen it. So that looks like it's a V, right?
So you and I must do a catch up sometime soon. But basically, the U and the O are very unique vowels because they occur in 2 forms. They take the vav, what we would know as the vav, and if the dot is inside the tummy of the vav, as it is in the first vowel or first character of line 8, then it's an U.
Without the
V. So there's no V. So it transforms itself. It's no longer a V. It's now an U. And if the dot appears above what we would think of as the V, then it's an O. And it's no longer a vav. So it's an U and an O.
Okay.
But the O also works if the dot is simply sort of abandoned there without its vav, without its stick. So in the line 7, the 4th word, zocher, there the O sound is just sitting above. Your eye sort of will tell you in time, yeah, it used to sometimes have that vav underneath it, which made it into an O. But now it's only the O.
Okay.
So that's why in line 10, nusu, nachat, ner, netzach, nasi, and nisa.
See.
And then once in a long while, not very often, but like with the word mitzvot, the vav has the O on top of it. When I say on top, it'll be slightly to the left. And then you have to realize that it's not mitzvot, it's mitzvot. But it's quite rare. It's quite rare, and you'll learn to recognize it. So any takers for line 9 or 10? Anybody?
Okay, I'll do 9.
Thank you, Peter.
Sagur.
Well done.
Sod.
Good.
What is that? Sa'ar?
Well done, as in the rabbi.
Yeah, I was going to say. That's how he spells his name. Sefer.
Good.
What's that thing? Savav. No, Saviv.
Well done, Peter. Saviv.
And Seder.
Well done, very well done. You're doing nicely, Peter.
Thank you.
And any volunteer for line 10?
I haven't done one for a long time.
Jacob, that is so good to hear your voice. Wonderful.
I thought you were there.
Yeah, Jacob, line 10. Fabulous.
Nusu, Nachat, Nair, Netzach, Nasi, and Nisa.
Look how well you're reading.
You can do it well.
Look how well you are reading, Jacob.
Sure.
Absolutely terrific. Very well done.
You can read.
Is there any other questions on line 9 or 10?
Yes, Nachat is the Hebrew for the Yiddish Nachas.
Oh, I guess it must be. Well done, Lawrence. Nachas. Nachat.
Nice.
Very good.
And
What else do you recognize?
Sod, isn't that?
There is a candle.
Mom, what did you say? Sod is a?
Secret.
That's right. Sod is a secret.
Hey.
And Lawrence, you were saying Ner is a candle.
Yes.
Ner Shel Shabbat.
Shabbat. Nasi is a prophet.
Nasi is a prince or a prophet. Sagur means closed.
What's closed?
Sagur. So you arrive at the shop and the man says to you, Sagur, Sagur, closed.
So Viv is around, I think.
So Viv is around about, or it can also be a neighborhood, that's right.
What's the fourth word in line 10? It's
Netzach.
Netzach.
Sing
that. Netzach, Netzachim.
Dorvador.
To the song. Dorvador, that's right, in the Dorvador.
That's right, well remembered. It's a victory.
Oh, that's right.
It's a victory. From one victory to the next, we will tell of your glory. Well spotted. Okay, good. So we are all reading fairly well. And Casey, you and I will do a catch up. But in the meantime, you must feel very free to ask as we go along. Okay, so we are now on the last page of lesson 7, which is page 56. Let's do more or less the same. And really that will then bring us to the end of this chapter and prepare us for really the last lap. So line 11, here is an interesting little thing, and here's where the or thing gets complicated, because, okay, let's look at this word together. The word is Moshe.
No, how does that? So does that dot become an or and a sh? Okay.
So that or belongs to the
That's right. The or belongs
and it also belongs to the sh.
That's right. And because you can't have two dots there, it serves two purposes. Whereas if you look at the next word, it goes the other way. Moshav. So in the second one, the or got its whole little stick. So it's got its whole presence there, right? It's not the kind of abbreviated or, it's the full or. Here, it's not the full or. You would think that with Moshe, like they would put the full or in because, it would make it clearer. But anyway, that's how it is. So in this first word, Moshe, Moses, the dot plays two roles. It is both the sh and that tells us that it's a shin and not a sin. And it also tells us that it's an or. Moshe. And then Moshav.
Is the oh longer in Moshav as opposed to Moshe, where it's sort of no?
Yep. Yeah. Same or. You all know what a Moshav is. A bit like a kibbutz, but it's got different rules. It's kind of like, it's a bit like what we have here where I live at 7 houses. It's like a kind of a co-housing arrangement where the land is sort of shared among a community, but you are welcome to work outside the kibbutz and outside the moshav, and it doesn't sort of have a collective, it's not a collective enterprise, but it is a kind of a collective housing. And it comes from the word, so here the root is only 2 letters, it's shev, which means to sit. It's from the word to sit. You sit together. You sit on the same land. Mush. Mahir. And mazal. Mazal tov. Mazel tov. Mazal, fortune or luck. Mazel. So, Moshe, Moshav, Mush, Mahir, Mazal. Any questions about line 1?
Do Mush or Mahir mean anything?
Mahir comes from the word Mahir, which is fast, speedy.
Fast.
Yeah. I don't know what Mahir is in particular. Mahir means fast. I guess le Mahir, to hurry. To hurry. Mush, I've never heard of. I don't know whether anybody else has got any association with mush.
Appelmoes.
Lawrence?
Appelmoes. No, sorry about that. Okay.
Quite right. Apple mush. But I did say these are all real words, so I guess it must be a mush. I have to ask my sister, what is mush? Okay, so that's the first line. Again?
It's like food that's a big mess.
Yeah, mush. Apple mush. Okay, so let's do line 12. So line 12, we're going to be dealing with the shiz and the siz and the oz. So we're just practicing the same problem. Sha'ar. Say'ar. Sak.
Rosh Hashanah.
Rosh Hashanah. Sha'ar. Say'ar. Sak. Rosh Hashanah. Rosh Hashanah.
Haba'a from a song.
Shana Haba'a, and also Rosh Hashanah.
Yes, and Rosh Hashanah. Yeah.
That's right. So anybody want to try line 12 just to practice the siz and the oz and the shiz? Anybody feel like a breath? Thank you, Casey.
Sha'ar.
Good.
Say'ar. Sak.
Good.
Rosh.
Good.
Hashanah.
Excellent. Now, Casey, if you missed the ooze, then you won't know that this vowel on line 13, under the kuf, is the other form of oo.
What?
So these three lines that go down at a 45-degree diagonal is oo.
Yeah, hear us.
Is oo. So the or and oo have both got two forms. So or can either be just the dot in between, as in this rosh, or the or can be the or as in moshav. Okay, so that's one form of or, the whole form, or moshav, the shorter form rosh, same vowel, same sound. The oo can either be the little stick or the vav with the dot in the tummy, oo, or it can be this three dots, which goes down at a 45-degree angle in a diagonal line, which also says oo.
So that's
Ku.
Isn't that to hear? To hear us.
All of us. Kulanu. All of us. Kulanu. Z. Su kot. Ku bad. Hu ka. Chupa. Chupa. I'll read it again. Kulanu. Uzi. Sukkot. Kubad. Chuka. And chupa. Peter, do you maybe want to try that line for us? Or Mama? Peter?
Kulani.
Kula. What's your last one?
Kulanu. Sorry, Kulanu.
Kulanu.
Uzo.
What's your second vowel?
Oh, Uzi.
Good.
But why has it got a dot in that dot there?
Yeah, sorry, Peter. It's just one of those dots.
Why do I always just get one of those dots?
I know. Okay. And actually, I think they do a lot of it in this book. You know, you don't often.
Okay, so Uzi, like an Uzi submachine gun, right? Sukkot.
Excellent, Sukkot.
Bud.
Good.
Chukah.
Good.
And chuppah.
Chuppah, very good.
Oh, that's a p. Sorry, chuppah.
Yeah, chuppah. Excellent. Let me do line 14 and 15, and then I'm going to ask Reva to do either one. So line 14, Torah, Tevel, Tama, Ta'a, Tuma, and Tur. Line 15, Katuv, Shamur, Zachur, Katsur, Ra'u. Reva, which one will you try for us?
All right, I'll try the first one that you did, the one above. Okay, so that is Torah.
Good.
Tevel.
Good.
Tama.
Good.
Ta'a.
Good.
Tuma.
Good.
And Tur.
Gosh, Reva, you are really reading Hebrew, honestly. Mom or dad or anybody else want to try line 15? Thanks, Dad.
Katuv.
Good.
Shamur.
Good.
Zachur.
Good.
Katsur.
Good.
Ra'u.
Excellent. I think everybody is really getting the hang of this thing. Right. Let me read line 16 and 17. Line 16. Pu'al. So you see that's the other U, hey? Pu'al. Pesach. Panita. Petach. Pesah. Sorry. Pesha.
Pesha.
And Pera. Pu'al. Pesach. Panita. Petach. Pesha. And Pera. Petach, any associations with the word Petach?
Petach, yeah.
Petach Tikva, that's right. Petach Tikva is a place in Israel. It's a very, very early Zionist settlement, well preceding the state. And it's called Petach Tikva. Anybody know what Petach Tikva means?
Place of.
Is hope, and Petach is an opening.
That's right. Well done, Lawrence. You know a lot of Hebrew, Lawrence. Tikva is hope. Petach, opening. The opening of hope. The beginning of hope. Petach Tikva. The opening up of hope. So I'll just do that line again. Pu'al, Pesach, Pesach, Panita, Petach, Pesha, Pera. And line 17, Asiti, Asu, Ose. So you see here Ose, as in Ose Shalom. You got a lot of potential for confusion here because that's the O, it's not a Sh. Ose. Shu, Ni. Suma. Asiti, Asu, Ose, Shuni, Suma. Okay. And let's do 18 as well, and then we'll see if anybody wants to volunteer. Now you can see that they're getting a bit more difficult now.
Yeah.
He shamer. Va yomer. Va yomer Adonai el Moshe lemor. Va yomer. Ha raot. Tochelet. I'll do it again. Hishamer, va yomer, ha raot, tochelet. All right, any takers for 17 or 18? Anybody want to give it a try?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Peter.
A-C-T.
Good.
So.
What's that vowel?
Asu.
Asu. Well done. Sorry.
Oops, what's that dotty thing?
Your first vowel.
Okay. Ose.
Ose, well done. As in Ose Shalom.
Ose, and that's Shuni.
Good.
So, Suma.
Suma, very good, Peter. Suma, very good.
Suma.
Very good. 18. Casey, I know you're a bit behind because there was those lessons you missed, etc., and we haven't had a chance to catch up. But you want to try 18? Otherwise, it looks like Reva might volunteer. But Reva, can I save you for 9? You want to try, Casey?
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm
sorry, I wasn't sure.
So, Isa Mer.
Good. So he. Sha.
Oh, that's a sha, wrong dot.
He
sha mer.
Good. Mer. That's right.
Isha mer.
Good.
I struggle with the apostrophes.
Yes. So this is a yud.
Vayomer.
That's right. And again, they've put a dot into the yud, which is just to be ignored. Sorry about it. Vayomer. Good.
Vayomer. Haraot.
Good.
Haraot.
Good.
That one, the next one I've forgotten is a
ta.
Is it a ta? Okay.
This is quite a hard word. It's a long word. Good. So that's a ch instead of a t because it's got no.
Right. Okay. Tochele. Tochelet.
Because that one's got.
Oh, right. It's the foot.
Tochelet. Good, Casey. You're making good progress. And these are the hard words now. Tochelet. Last 2 lines. Ketzach. Shalosh. So you see all those dots going on. Shalosh. Sane. Sone. Sho sa. So you can see they've done their utmost in this line to confuse you. Ketzach, Shalosh, Sane, Sone, Shosa. And line 20, Ezer, Tzitzit, Resha, Ra'ash, Yavesh. Ezer, Tzitzit, Resha, Ra'ash, Yavesh. Reva, will you try line 19 for us?
Okay, and then will you excuse me because it's getting dark and I've got no one at home.
Okay.
So I'll just do 19 and I'll run. Will you forgive me?
Absolutely. And I'm also just letting you all know that Robin has sent an apology for tonight and sends love to everybody. Sorry, it is 6:25 already. Go for it, Reva.
All right. So that's Ketzach.
Good.
Shalosh.
Good.
Shane. Sane.
Good.
Now I'm trying to rush. You see, it's no good. Sane. Sone.
Good.
And Shausa.
Sure.
Shosa.
Well done, Reva. Well done. And the very last line, Ezer, Tzitzit, Resha, Ra'ash, Yavesh. Well done, everybody. That brings us to the end of lesson 7. The best thing you can do for homework is last week's homework, which is the 2 pages we've just done, 55 and 56. Try to get fluent with 55 and 56 because it means you can read everything up to now. And then all we have to do thereafter is the last 2 bits, the final letters and the shva. Lots of love, everybody. See you on the weekend. See you on the weekend. See you Shabbat. See you next week. Lots of love. Everyone is making good progress. Those who don't need to rush off, if anybody wants to still read a line or ask any question, you are most welcome. And Peter, good luck with the move.
Thanks, Lael. Thank you.
I just want to ask if that's the shalosh, that means 3.
That's right, Mom. Exactly right.
Just wanted to know. Thanks.
Echad, shtaim, shalosh.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Shosa, wasn't Shosa an English writer?
Chaucer. Good one.
Very good, Jacob.
Chaucer. Then what's the second one? I don't know if Marion's still with us.
Which one?
What's the second word of line 20?
Tzitzit.
Tzitzit. Talus.
The strings on the talit.
Exactly right, the fringes. Tzitzit. And can you hear that the word talus, talit? It's all from the same root, tzitzit. All right, and what else? Right, the noise.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks,
Lots
everybody.
of love.
Good night.
Thank you. Thanks, Lael. Thank you.
Bye,
everybody.
I've got a
And love to Peter, Marion, when you go.
Oh, well, I mentioned him yesterday. I mentioned everybody who sent love. So I hope that he could hear.
I'm thinking, Marion, why don't I come with you one of these days and we can daven? We can do a.
Oh, that would be fantastic. Yeah, absolutely.
I'll give you a call. We'll go together.
Okay, great. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Would you like to hear a Talus story?
Sorry, Lawrence?
Would you like to hear a Talus story?
Yes, please.
Well, this guy sends his talit in for dry cleaning to this particular place, and they charge him $20, and that's fine. And it has to be done from time to time. But the guy sends the dry cleaning place to a Korean chap. So he hands in the talis. The Korean guy nods, I know what to do. And he goes collect the talis, and it's $120. He says, why is it $120? He said, it should be 20. He says, $20 for dry cleaning. But how long will it take me to undo the knots?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. On that lovely note, thank you, Lawrence, for